I got the call at like 6:30 in the morning before I was headed out to school. And I remember just sinking to the floor. So a cancer diagnosis will kind of take the breath out of you. My story probably started around 2004 when I started being my mom's advocate when she started with breast cancer. That was hard enough, watching my mom be diagnosed and going through that with her. We make it 3 years from there, and then I am diagnosed. That was tough because I had 3 young girls, and I didn't handle it very well. I was angry. I was mad at God because I had been dealing with Mom and had been through so much with her that I thought, why? Why me? Why me? You know, I felt like I was doing everything. I was working with the youth. I was involved in the church. We were taking our kids. We were doing all the right things. But apparently there was a bigger lesson for me to learn. And so I ended up taking some time off from school, and I went through depression. There were days I didn't get dressed. I stayed in my pajamas for weeks, and then I finally, I don't know what kind of moment kind of hit, but it was like, okay, Kandy, you gotta get past this. So I was able to pull myself up, and that day I realized that, I went and started reading God's Word because I was mad. I didn't go to church. I didn't want to be near anybody. It was like, I don't want to talk about it. If I don't talk about it, it's not real. I don't have to go through it. But I sought His Word that day, and the verse from Jeremiah, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to hurt you, but plans to give you hope and a future. And so I wrote that out on a card, and I posted it on my mirror, and every day that's what I saw when I got out of bed. And so it became not about me at that point, not, why me, it became why not me. I realized that God was saying, hey, you get to go through this because now you know what your mom's going through. So it gave me a new perspective of what she was feeling and what she was dealing with. And she was amazing. She never complained. She never whined. She was still leading her ladies groups through the church, and spending time with her friends. And so we got her for 3.5 years after that, and we'd go to chemo together, and the girls were awesome. They would stay with us 2 nights a week, and they would wait on her and just take good care of her. And fast forward here, after we lost her and went through that, fast forward here 10 years later, it happened again. And this time I found it myself. I knew, kind of started having some anxiety, and I'm like, okay, I know what this is. I need to go ahead and just deal with it. There wasn't a question in my mind of what was back. So God ran through the ringer that day, and it's like, okay, God, I'm ready. I can do this time. He had more than prepared me through the journey I had been on with my mom. The first chemo treatment was probably the toughest. And I remember just losing it and thinking, I can't do this, I can't do this. One of the nurses came in and sat with me and prayed with me and was like, you can do this. And I'm like, I can. He sent people, He put people in my path. I've been able to share a lot of my faith with those people that maybe didn't have as much, and they're just like, how can you just be so happy? And I was like, well, I have joy, and He is my joy. He was there from the first moment, and I don't think I ever felt that I was alone. I never felt like He wasn't there on the days when I was struggling the most, or the days when I didn't want to get up out of bed that day, or couldn't get off the couch, or the day that I let myself cry. There was always somebody, whether it was a text that got sent, whether it was somebody even at the hospital, or just through a friend who might have stopped by. People delivered food. It was crazy. But people are good, and God brings those people into your lives, into your life to help you push through those moments. And so many people don't have those turmoils and strife, and you go like, why? They look like they got life. It's perfect. Why do they not struggle? Why do they never have problems? Their faith is never tested. I like that my faith has been tested. I think it makes me stronger. It makes me more moldable and more usable for Him.